Hi, parents, guests, visitors, guardians. Welcome again. It's the third week that we are doing this, the video newsletter. I hope that you found this helpful and you're able to get questions answered and able to touch base with us over the computer. I hope your kids are excited about it as well. This week has been a very exciting week. Although it was a short week, very exciting nonetheless. In vocabulary, your students did not get new words this week. It was a short week. However, they will be getting brand new words Monday morning, and tic-tac-toe will be the homework for vocabulary every day next week. The words are going to get a little bit harder. Most of them have been doing very well, sorting their words, sorting their cards out, and I think it's time to step it up a notch. So they're probably going to get some harder words. Definitely work with them, review with them every night if you could. Watch what they're picking for tic-tac-toe. They've been really, really good about it. Papers did come home today. In their take-home folders, they have their behavior chart from Class Dojo. I know I mentioned that last week. I did request for email addresses. If you would prefer that to be emailed to you, I can certainly do that. Otherwise, I will print out a hard copy for you on a weekly basis. The chart that you will see, it's a pie graph, and it shows the percentage of positive remarks they got throughout the week. You can also see the negative remarks on there as well. I went in and typed comments for every single day, and if you have any questions, comments, please let me know about that. Otherwise, I would like for you to sign it and send it back on Monday. That way I know that you actually did see it. I asked the students to sign it too, but I can certainly have them do that on Monday so they understand. Today we opened our bank, and that was very, very, very exciting. So I hope they come home raving about that. They actually got paychecks, and the bankers issued them paychecks. They came up to the bank window just as they would a teller. They cashed in their paycheck, they received cash, and then they had to check in with me and pay for any behavior fines they received throughout the week. The system worked beautifully. It took a little longer than normally will just because it was the first day, first time, really, really excited. But next week should be a lot more smooth, and they will get to shop in the store on Monday. I hope to get that done today, but the bank took a little longer than expected, so they should be bringing home something on Monday from the store, I hope. As far as Daily 5 goes, we're ready to start on Monday. I'm going to let them go through all the stations. We do have word work and listen to reading, but they're pretty familiar with both of those from first grade. So I'm pretty confident that we can go ahead and start on Monday reviewing the stations and getting through some cycles, several stations at least. And that should be really, really good and exciting for them. That also means that I'll be pulling a small group and working on some leveled readers with them, working on specific skills. I have task cards for like main idea, theme, inferencing, and those task cards are going to come in very handy. They're all aligned to the Common Core, so I can flip to a card, flip to a standard, and discuss it with the small group. And once we master that skill card, they basically master the skill. And of course, it's going to be reviewed throughout the year, and we'll keep referring back to it and going back to it. But it should be very concrete, very exciting for them to see how they address each Common Core standard, especially in a small group and one-on-one with me. In math, we are starting the Daily 5 math as well, but we are calling it BUILD. BUILD stands for Buddy Math, Using Manipulatives, Independent Math, Learning Math, and Doing Math. One of those they're going to meet with me, which is doing math. Learning math, or learning numbers, they're going to be on the computers playing math games, reviewing facts, things like that. Or they might be playing a card game with themselves, that kind of stuff. Independent math, the same thing. They can play a review game by themselves. They could do a math worksheet. Anything to give them some hands-on, real experience with the math concept that we're learning about. Using manipulatives, they're going to be using Unifix cubes, base 10 blocks, anything and everything to get hands-on math. Buddy math is just what I said. Games. They can play games with a partner, and they do really, really well with that. I've let them practice for the past couple days on buddy math, and they've been playing card games, War, where they have to come up with who has the highest sum. They're also playing Go Fish, but they have to add to 10 with their cards. They also are playing some different games. One is Bump, and they really like Bump because they get to bump each other off their spots when they pick one, whenever they roll the dice. That's pretty fun for them. And lastly, in social studies, we have started a project called BizWorld. And this is a project-based learning project from pblu.org. And there is actually a company called BizWorld that sponsors different projects for students. This is hugely exciting because some of the standards, essential standards for second grade, are community and learning about the economy and banking and those kinds of things. This ties in beautifully. These students are literally becoming entrepreneurs, and I've used that term several times this week, and they should be able to tell you what an entrepreneur is. Today we talked about profit, revenue, salary, expenses. I used the metaphor, the simile, a lemonade stand. The business they're creating is going to be like a lemonade stand would be, where your product that they're selling in lemonade stand is lemonade. In our business, they're going to be creating friendship bracelets. And the driving question is how can they create a successful business, and what makes a business successful. So they really are being walked through step by step every component of creating a business. I'm going to invite some teachers and staff members in a couple of weeks as venture capitalists to invest in their companies that they are creating. I will send some literature home next week. It's actually a parent letter for you guys to read. And I ask that you do bring it back, send it back with me. But this basically gives you some outlines, some overview of what's going on and what they're doing in class. It's hugely exciting. I want it to be a big deal for them. I want them to be excited about this learning. It is a creative, hands-on project that applies to real life directly. They'll be able to run their own business after this. It's going to be very, very exciting. I hope they're talking about it at home. That's all I have this week. So far, so good. Everything worked well, I think, this week with Class Dojo. I hope you like it as well. I'd love to get feedback from you if I could. Don't forget to send in on Monday an email address so that I can add you to my group email and add you to Class Dojo if you would prefer. We did have an email migration over the past week. All of our emails switched from Outlook to Gmail, Google Mail. And in the process, I may have lost an email or two, or if I didn't respond to you or something, it's probably because I didn't see the email. If I didn't get to you for anything, for any reason, please email me back or call me or whatever. Drop in the morning just to say hi. Just that I know if I missed something, I definitely want to follow up with you. But so far, the email's working great. My email address did not change. You can still contact me through my website, which I hope you are checking out and able to see these videos. I'm going to be updating more information, adding pictures, things like that. So stay tuned. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great weekend, and I will see the students on Monday. Thanks.